So, we're gonna get into the movie review portion. This is like, it's starting to become like an actual, feature of the show now, as I'm reviewing movies. All of a sudden, this is happening again. And so, the other day, over the course of my Christmas bender, I watched a movie, right, called Don't Look Up on Netflix. So I wanted to talk about this movie, and because it's very interesting. And ever since I watched the movie, I've been reading these extremely angry reviews, from like fossil, like there's like this one fossil fuel executive like made a tweet about it and said it was like propaganda or something, or like that wouldn't really happen, or it's like, first of all, now again, I'm gonna try my best to give a spoiler-free version of this. I don't like spoilers, so again, but or maybe I'll do spoiler-free and then talk about spoilers at a certain part. I don't know yet. But anyway, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really funny. It's basically, the way I see it is the movie is like a microcosm of like how the world treated the pandemic and also is continuing to treat climate change. My favorite part of the movie was actually like, I really loved the film style where like they did the TV segments. And like they actually made it look like it was on TV or whatever. I loved when they initially, minor spoiler, when they did the first TV segment, and then afterward they were like, yeah, I mean, it didn't really get that much reaction. No one really cares. I mean, that was basically what we went through with the pandemic. Is everyone was like, yeah, there's this actually really bad disease, and it's spreading all across the world. And that was like a minor story for like the first 4 months. Do you remember that? Like in December of 2019, when the COVID-19 pandemic really started to like get like, into that like, holy shit, what's happening? It wasn't until like March where America like even thought maybe we should take this seriously. So again, I loved that aspect. It was very real. And so it's just, I really enjoyed it. Here's a comment. It plays less like satire, more like a documentary with some artistic flourishes. Absolutely. It was, I really enjoyed, like the splicing of like news footage with the characters on it. And that was my favorite part. It was a very interesting way, that they did this. And it was just really, 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 really funny. Again, it was just like the idea of like the news station trying to like keep everything light, is like, I enjoyed it. But again, I mean, like the whole subject of the film is they have 6 months to stop a comet from destroying Earth, basically. And the best part of the film was when they had like that fucking I guess I'm in spoiler territory, by the way. I can't help it. When they had the fucking rocket go up and then turn back because like the billionaire douchebag was like, oh, maybe we can get some diamonds on the comet. We're gonna risk the entire planet so that we can maybe profit off of it a little bit. And that's literally what the fossil fuel companies are doing with climate change. That's literally what these vaccine companies like Pfizer and Moderna are doing with the vaccines. They are participating in vaccine apartheid. Right? South Africa is trying to reverse engineer the Moderna vaccine, and they won't have accurate dosages or like enough to like vaccinate the whole populations of Africa until 2023. Until 2023. Because they have to reverse engineer the vaccine because of vaccination patents. So we've got the vaccine, it's there, we've got the blueprint, but we're going to kill people for profit. We're going to see it. Like, what's the line of that? How many people are going to die unnecessarily for these big pharmaceutical companies to make some extra money? Think about that. So, and again, one of the classic segments was at the end where they're all at the dinner table and they're all saying, like, we did everything we could. We did everything we could. And so I just, I don't know, I enjoyed it. But again, upon watching this film, someone who I was speaking to about it recommended another film that I haven't seen that was very similar that I watched. So this is a dual review. So then I watched a film called Armageddon, which is a little bit less of a realistic version of this movie. It's basically the same thing. So we're doing a dual review here. So in the movie Armageddon, which stars Bruce Willis, it's very similar. An asteroid's going to destroy the planet, but then they go up and do something about it. Really good movie. I enjoyed it. But again, I would recommend watching them both back to back. That's what I did. Well, not bad, not in the same day, but day apart. It was very fun, very enjoyable. And again, this is the movie review section of Above It All. We're bringing this back. We're reviewing movies. We're getting into the cultural game, folks. But again, I recommend Don't Look Up. I recommend Armageddon. If you want a serious version of Don't Look Up, then watch Armageddon. If you want, a real version of Armageddon, watch Don't Look Up. They're basically the same film. One is, the real version. One is the fantasy version. And so, pick your poison. Do you want to be entertained and think, like, what if the world really was made of superheroes? Watch Armageddon. If you want to watch, like, the real world, like, not to be confused with the MTV show, if you want to watch the real version of how these events would take place, watch Don't Look Up. Anyway, watch them both. I recommend them. And then go read these reviews. So I wanted to do a review of Don't Look Up a little bit. I'm going to talk about it because over the next couple days, I want to start reviewing other people's reviews of the movie because there's a lot of really good stuff. But again, folks, very funny movie, very good. Bob Carmody, you had to cancel Netflix. Is it because of Dave Chappelle? Because I understand. It's all good. Fuck Netflix. I watched Armageddon on Hulu. Yeah, Armageddon's really funny too. Like, there's a lot of really good. I love action movies. Because like they're just fun. Like, they're just fun to watch. Like, these big tough guys be stupid. Very entertaining. Armageddon, very entertaining film. Don't Look Up, very entertaining film. I recommend both of them. Watch them both back to back because it's the same film. The plot is identical in both of them. They're just identical. So anyway, that's my Don't Look Up review. Good movie. And those watching the live show can unmute, so let everyone know.